Hello, welcome back. This is Donna Mekeda Bradley again, creator and designer of the PEACEBOTS workshop, describing the PEACEBOTS workshop in part 3. Basically, how do the kids come up with the design of a PEACEBOTS? When we first talk about peace and what it means, which I found interesting, is that a lot of children didn't know what peace means. Funny enough, they would say half of something, which makes sense. But when it comes to the actual word of peace, many young kids didn't know what it meant. So we look it up in the dictionary, we take the definition and we put it on the board. And then we begin to talk about things that would create peace in a community or create peace in school. Once they've gone through that, we also are learning about materials and how to utilize materials, including mixing colors and using paint and things like that. So the first half of the workshop is basically about utilizing materials and how to use materials. The second half of the workshop is about actual construction. So, the interesting thing with art today as an art educator is there's a very big emphasis on the core standards. And I'll get to that in part 4. Because it's interesting how there has to be a standard written about what should be taught as far as art, and sometimes I understand why, because you do have those who just cookie cutter and there's really no chance for a child to have any critical thinking. With the PEACEBOTS workshop, there is a chance to have critical thinking because you're constantly evaluating this character that you're creating. So you're thinking about the structure and what is the purpose of the character. And that's very important. It's like sometimes kids will say, well, I'm going to name my PEACEBOTS HappyBot. Well, that's fine. But what makes your PEACEBOT happy? And they might say because he smiles. Okay, he smiles, but give me some kind of action that this PEACEBOT, who is named HappyBot, could do in the community so that we can say when we see HappyBot, we know what he represents. And a lot of times what they'll say are things like, okay, when a person is sad, what HappyBot will do is come and bring them flowers. So we get into the structure of design templates and how to come up with the design. And that's the part that is the real core of the PEACEBOTS workshop. And we'll get more into the standards in part 4. Thanks again for watching.